मानेंगे ही कि मैसेज मेरा
मुझे
खास
ये लगता है मंजू जी,
वैसे
मुझे ये लगता है
पार्टी के लिए मेरी मनोवृत्ति तैयार हो रही है, क्योंकि मैंने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन छोड़
मैं तो
दिया है।
ह्यूमनिस्ट पार्टी के
सोच
लिए काम करता हूँ, मैं ह्यूमनिस्ट पार्टी के लिए काम करता हूँ। और वैसे में यानी मेरी सदस्यता जो है, मेरी जो प्राथमिकता है वो ह्यूमनिस्ट पार्टी की है। लेकिन वैसे हम सभी ऑर्गेनिज्म के लिए काम करते हैं, मदद करते हैं, लेकिन प्राथमिकता जो है वो पार्टी की है। मेरा ये मानना है मंजू जी, आप अगर मेरे सोच में कुछ गलती है तो आप बता दीजिए। मेरा ये मानना है कि 2010 के बाद श्री सिलो ने जो 5 ऑर्गेनिज्म में काम करने के लिए कहा, उसका मकसद ये था कि हम लोग अभी स्वाधीन बने और खुद की सोच समझ, यानी हमारा सिद्धांत तो मानववाद का सिद्धांत है, लेकिन उस सिद्धांत को लेकर जो सोच समझ है वो हमें अपनी खुद बनानी चाहिए। और इसलिए हमारे आंतरिक गुरु तो यानी इनर गाइड तो है ही, तो
यस, हाँ।
उनकी सहायता लेकर हम अपनी सोच समझ से आगे बढ़ें, गलतियां करें, उनसे सीखें, लेकिन काम को आगे बढ़ाते चलें। तो ये उनका, शायद उनका ये इनकी ये सोच थी। तो कुछ लोग उस ढंग से काम कर रहे हैं, कुछ, लेकिन काफी सारे लोग जो हैं वो, हमने पीछे क्या किया था, पहले क्या किया था, उसी ढांचे में चलने की कोशिश में है। तो
नहीं।
ये बंबई में हमारे एक दोस्त हैं, बंबई में हमारे एक दोस्त हैं, वो अभी भी वो अपने पुराने ढांचे को छोड़ने के लिए तैयार ही नहीं है।
नहीं, वो ढांचा तो अब बिल्कुल काम नहीं देगा। वो
लेकिन वो
ढांचा अब
फिर भी
काम नहीं देगा।
मानवता केंद्र के पीछे ही पड़े हुए हैं।
नहीं, वो इसलिए कि वो मानवता केंद्र एक संगठन बनाने का एक आसान तरीका है।
हाँ, लेकिन वो अभी ढांचा है नहीं ना हमारा, वो अभी ढांचा रहा नहीं,
नहीं, ढांचा
वैसे
नहीं
देखा
रहा।
जाए तो।
ढांचा तो नहीं रहा, लेकिन जितना मटेरियल उसके लिए तैयार किया गया था और किसी चीज के लिए है ही नहीं।
तो हमें
और
खुद
किसी
तैयार
चीज,
करना है ना, हमें खुद
हाँ
तैयार करना है।
हाँ, तो वही है ना। अब हमारे साथ की बात जो है, अब हम लोग क्या क्या करेंगे? ट्रांसलेशन करेंगे, लोगों को ओरिएंट करेंगे, मटेरियल सामग्री सेलेक्ट करेंगे, संगठन बनाएंगे, या ऑर्गेनिज्म वाइज अपने आप को आइडेंटिफाई करके उसमें डूब जाएंगे।
ऑर्गेनिज्म वाइज ही आइडेंटिफाई करना चाहिए।
हाँ, करना
वही
चाहिए, लेकिन करना तो
तो हम
चाहिए।
लोग अभी
करना तो
हमारे लिए भी
चाहिए।
काफी दिक्कत हुई, हमारे लिए भी
हाँ।
काफी दिक्कत हुई, लेकिन अभी वो दिक्कत से हम बाहर चल रहे हैं और थोड़ा पार्टी का काम अभी बढ़ रहा है।
नहीं, अच्छी
हमें
बात
भी
है।
वही दिक्कत आ गई।
हाँ, नहीं, ये अच्छी बात है। अगर पार्टी का काम आगे बढ़े तो फिर लोगों को एक रेफरेंस मिलेगा और लोग उसमें जुड़ करके चीजों को आगे ले जाएंगे।
जी
क्योंकि
जी
अभी
जी।
अभी तक जो हुआ है, हम अगर अपने यहाँ करते हैं बात पार्टी की, तो सब हमारा एक तरह से समझिए मजाक उड़ाता है।
जी
मजाक उड़ाता है इस सेंस में कि हाँ, खड़ी तो की थी 2005 में, क्या असर हुआ। ये तय है कि जितना मुखिया है, जितना मतलब हम लोगों का जो ओरिएंटेशन था, उस एरिया से हम लोगों ने जो तैयार किया था, ज्यादातर प्रतिनिधि उससे आए। लेकिन होता क्या है, धीरे 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 वो भी उसी में डूब जाता है। जो
बिल्कुल।
समय है उसी में डूब जाता है।
जी
तो
जी
फिर
जी।
क्या फायदा? ऐसा
हाँ,
काम करके क्या फायदा? तो इसीलिए हम
जब
लोग
तक
अब पहले के तरह उस तरह से न तो संगठन को बढ़ा रहे हैं और न ही वो तरीका अपनाने से काम चलेगा। अभी निश्चित रूप से स्पेसिफिक काम करना होगा।
जब तक
और
पार्टी
वो
के
हर एक
लोग
ऑर्गेनिज्म
इंटरनल
को
वर्क,
अपना काम चुनना पड़ेगा, हर एक ऑर्गेनिज्म को चुनना पड़ेगा अपना काम।
चुनना पड़ेगा।
जब तक
हाँ,
ऑर्गेनिज्म के लोग और खासकर पार्टी के लोग इंटरनल वर्क नहीं करेंगे तो उनकी संस्था की जिंदगी 1.5 साल से ऊपर की नहीं चलेगी।
हाँ, वही बात है ना। अब लोग कहाँ से लाएंगे? हमारे यहाँ जो मैंने हम लोगों का जो पिछला संपर्क था उसमें पढ़े लिखे लोग थे ही नहीं। हम लोगों ने जो संगठन बनाया था, गांव की लिटरेसी उस समय थी 5%। जब की बात हम करते हैं 2005-2003 की बात करते हैं, तो हमारे गांव की लिटरेसी रेट उस समय 5% था महिलाओं का, और 25 या 23% था पुरुषों का।
अभी क्या है?
हाँ,
अभी क्या है?
अभी 63 है, और 63 है महिलाओं का। नहीं, अभी तो बहुत बढ़ गया है, वो भी विवादित है। साक्षरता का जो दर है वो तो बढ़ा है, लेकिन शिक्षा का जो स्तर है उल्टा हो गया है।
नहीं, साक्षरता के दर में एक तो वो है ना, जो लोग अपना नाम लिख लेते हैं वो साक्षर हो गए।
बिल्कुल।
तो अगर वो 5 से 63% हो गया है तो इसका मतलब वो 5 से 5 ही रहा है।
हाँ, हाँ, क्योंकि अभी के समय में जो गवर्नमेंट का स्कीम 20 साल में जो गवर्नमेंट का स्कीम जिस तरह से लोगों को पैरालाइज किया है, उसका बहुत बुरा असर हुआ है। गरीब के नाम पर होता तो बहुत कुछ है, लेकिन वास्तविकता क्या है वो तो बात करना पड़ेगा।
सभी जानते हैं
वास्तविकता क्या है?
गरीब के नाम पे लोग अमीर बन रहे हैं।
हाँ, गरीब के अभी भी, चाहे इंदिरा आवास हो, चाहे मनरेगा हो, एक दो चीज है जो लोगों को थोड़ा सहूलियत दिया है। वो पीडीएस का कुछ कुछ काम ऐसा हुआ है जिससे लोगों को थोड़ी सहूलियत हो गई है, लेकिन उल्टा हुआ है उसका असर भी। लोग पंगु हो गए हैं, काम करना छोड़ दिए हैं, कमाने की प्रवृत्ति बंद हो गई है।
सिस्टम का लक्ष्य भी यही है कि लोग पंगु हो जाएं ताकि वो गुलाम बने।
हाँ, वही
ये
हुआ है।
हमें समझना और समझाना पड़ेगा।
जो अभी
देखिए इस समय
केरल में वो 2011 से शायद ये एक कुटुंबश्री करके सिस्टम चालू है, कुटुंबश्री। तो उससे कुछ फर्क पड़ा है कि नहीं, ये मैं लक्ष्मणन जी से जानना चाहता हूँ।
बोलूंगा लक्ष्मणन जी।
कुटुंबश्री, हैज इट मेड एनी डिफरेंस? यू आर ऑन म्यूट सर, यू आर ऑन म्यूट लक्ष्मणन जी।
Yes. In 1996, state government formed a state poverty eradication program. For that, they formed Kudumbasri. It is the name of the state poverty eradication cells. For that, in each ward of the panchayat, there will be some neighborhood with 20 families in this neighborhood. So they call it neighborhood or Kudumbasri unit. So in a ward there will be 10 to 20 Kudumbasri units with these 20-25 family members. From each family means a member can join this neighborhood group, NHG. So there will weekly meetings there, and also they will at least 20 rupees they will collect each other, and it will deposit in their account. After six months, they will get a loan from the bank, that is linkage loan. this bank will provide 30 to 20 times of their investment to this NHG. That means if they collected 10,000, deposit is 10,000, then this bank will give 2 to 3 lakhs rupees to this NHG, and this NHG will circulate these loans to their members with the interest 1%, only 1%. That means it will totally 6% per annual rate. They can repay this loan weekly with their investment and loan repayment. So they will use this money for making their own needs and creating some employments also. If they want to start business or some self-employment, they can use this money. All over Kerala, now 45,000 people, 45 lakhs members are with the Kudumbashree unit. And in each ward, there is ADS, Area Development Society. There is 7 to 9 members, elected members from this Kudumbashree unit. They are controlling the total NHG activities in this ward. And in a panchayat or municipal level, there is another body called CDS, Community Development Society. And this from each ward, a Kudumbashree ADS member was elected to this Community Development Society. If a panchayat have 20 wards, then 20 women members are elected from this every ward, and they form the Community Development Society. And there is a chairman and vice chairman, and there is an ex officio member who is called Kudumbashree member secretary. He is the part of the Panchayat board, Panchayat employee. He is deputed to look after this Community Development Society activities. And this CDS is monitoring and giving help for the employment and so many activities. Mainly these Kudumbashree units are focused in 2 areas. One is eradication of poverty, starting self-employment. And now the central government is providing loans to start Kudumbashree members. They will give loan at a 7% interest, 7%. Rest of the interest, the government will repay. Government will provide the units. In each and every panchayat, this Community Development Society is working all over the Kerala. But unfortunately, what happened? Now 22 years passed. There may so many improvements happened in Kerala. Lot of empowerment, women empowerment happened. But unfortunately, this Communist Party take the monopoly of this Kudumbashree. They infiltrated the Kudumbashree units, and now the most of the Kudumbashree units are influencing by these CPM members. Now the UDF, that means Congress-led front, now they are not supporting these Kudumbashree units because due to this political infiltration. That is, unfortunately, this is happening now in Kerala. If we avoid that kind of influence of the political parties, this is a very good attempt in Kerala. And a lot of Kudumbashree members are working. They are now not starting just a small scale unit. Now in metro units, they are starting hotels and cleaning and this that means solid waste management, and they have building units, house construction units. Kudumbashree have house construction units. 10 to 15 members formed, and they have trained for the construction. And in so many fields, these now Kudumbashree making their own attempts. This is a very good, unique method. We can start all over the states of India to eradicate the poverty, and also for the well-being and empowerment of the women. This is a small idea. Now I am I have the duty of this Kudumbashree member secretary in my municipal area.
I want to say something on this.
Yeah, okay.
The level of dissatisfaction of people across India is very bad, for the simple reason that majority of people do not get even one good meal a day. They have no security of tomorrow. They have actually no security of today evening also, in the morning. And this is a very volatile situation. It's a situation like a bomb which can blow anytime. The government is very much aware of this. So they try to keep this thing under control by launching different schemes, knowing very well that the schemes are not meant to work, but schemes are meant to give some hopes. And in that hope, people pass on next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and then comes another hope, and then another hope. This is one point to be seriously discussed, to see what is the actual situation. Second point, when India was being ruled by British, India was becoming a poor and poor and poor country. When the British came to India, they say India was producing about some 30% of the world's GDP. 30% of the world's GDP. So British did not come to India as a tourist or just to enjoy life, holiday or something like this. They came to loot it. And there are estimates that during the British rule, they took away something like 43 trillion pounds worth of wealth from India. And to take this wealth easily, they made railway. They put railway into place in India so that they can carry goods from one place to another and then to the seaport. So all trains were made to go to the nearest seaport from which they could put it in the ship and go. The third point I want to tell you is that today there is a lot of so-called development happening in India, making airports and big highways. The slogan is that people in slippers will travel by air, but this does not happen. This slogan is just to give you one more dream. But what is happening is to make it easy for the stinking rich people to take the wealth out of India. I think the humanists need to have a good discussion on what is happening in the country and what should be done according to the Humanist Manifesto about it. Basically, a discussion is required. And I feel that it may look radical, but I feel that we have to reject everything that the government says they are doing, because they are only bullshitting, they are making a fool of people and nothing else. They only want to, whichever party comes to power today, we know that they get money from the big businesses and they will do the agenda of the big business, which are neoliberals. Other point I want to put forward is that the farmers during last 1 year particularly, and prior to that also, they have given us the very clear working example of how to fight this system through non-violence. I will not mind saying that these farmers who are struggling today, they are the real humanists today, who are working with a very strong head and a strong heart for non-violence and non-violence and non-violence. And they are going ahead in that direction. And they are doing all this without the influence of humanist movement or humanist party. We must look at these things in a very systematic way, and we will have a solution there. In my opinion, the Humanist Party should adopt the solution for the farmers that is needed, which is very well described by Mr. Devendra Sharma, and should call itself a party of the farmers, a party of the young people, a party of the women. That is all that you need to proceed forward. You will get, the Humanist Party will get approximately 65% of India with them. But for that, Humanist Party has to work in that direction. And without forgetting the most crucial thing, that nothing can go beyond a few months or 1 year if you don't put the internal work there. Internal work, the theory to understand and the practice to practice. Without that, Humanist Party would become as good or as bad as BJP or Congress or Communist or anybody. Because slogans or manifesto alone cannot change anything. That is all I wanted to put forward. Thank you very much.
Sudhirji, unfortunately, our Indian humanist movement members of India, they are not realizing the situation.
Wait, before you go forward.
Okay.
Before you go forward. Just forget about those who are not realizing. You have millions of farmers, laborers who are realizing this. Why don't you go for them? Why are you after the existing members? They are good for nothing. Leave them out. As simple as that. Why? What commitment do you have towards members who are not understanding you? Just leave them out. If they will realize, they'll come. Otherwise, to hell with them. You go with those who are interested. You have the whole country interested in this today. We cannot cry for people who are not interested. Forget it. Just leave it. Just leave it. I had 350 members in Chennai when I left. I had 300 plus members in Calcutta when I left. I had more than 400 members in Haryana. Okay, so what? Manju had more than some 10,000 people there. They have put our pillars in some 65 villages. So what? That is over. Let's look at the future. We learn from the past and look at the future. And let's stop crying about Bombay does not do this, Calcutta does not do this, Bihar does not do this, Kerala does. Let's forget. If we are 4 people, we say, okay, we are 4 people. And the 5th person we find from the environment, not from our people. Leave them out. Finish. Leave them out for the time being. And you will see that you will get tons of people with you. Tons of people, not one. If you work with farmers alone, you can get in 6 months more than 1 lakh people working with you. We have to think in a new way now. Let's forget the past. Let's reconcile with that. Manju is sitting here. She was working with 10,000 people, actual people, not imaginary people, actual people with names, addresses, everything. Weekly meetings, committees. They had those 10, 12 committees in every village. And they were a real force. People were afraid of them, that they will come to power and this and that. So what? That's over. That's a lesson to be learned. Do you know that Silo experimented with two political parties before Humanist Party came to power, much before, in the 70s. We don't even talk about it. Nothing. Over. Let's go further. So please go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you, but I thought it was important.
Okay, I agree. Now, individual level, myself, yourself, and Ashutosh and Manjuja acting very well. But as a whole, as a like an organizational level, if an organization is moving ahead, then the impact is very big. If we work individual level, then there is some resistance from the surrounding.
But
We
if
are
there
all
is no
working.
organization, if there is no organization, it's only imaginary, then we are only crying. Let's think that we are only 4. You will see in 1 week, 50 more will join us.
But that is not happening.
Because we 4 are not doing anything. We are only imagining and trying something
No.
here and there.
No, in Kerala, I am doing, but people are
Kerala,
working.
Kerala has to connect with the whole country. Instead of crying that why Bombay is not working, why this is not working, we have to forget that. You have to be, it's very simple, I
No,
tell you.
no,
If you read the
how
path,
you can, how
I will tell you.
that is possible, okay.
Whatever you are doing in Kerala, whatever
Right.
you are doing, invite everybody to that virtually. Everybody. Expand it and invite everybody to that. Don't hide it. To your weekly meetings, call everyone, put it in the Humanist Movement group, put it everywhere. Come, join us. You will see that your enthusiasm, the enthusiasm of your members, and the enthusiasm of dead members will improve. And whether people join or not, your people will grow better. They will not become Kerala humanists. They will become the humanists. Otherwise, you are going in a path where you will have a separate Kerala humanist movement, a separate Bihar humanist movement, a separate Delhi. That is not right. That is not right. So expose your activities to everybody, to invite them, not only to inform. Invite. See, what if 20 people from different parts of India join your activities? Do you want to build humanist movement only in Kerala? Are you restricted to that?
No, never.
Then, but in your action, you are restricted to that. You are never inviting anybody to your activities, never to your meetings. That is why in this meeting, I am trying to create an example of a weekly meeting for everyone. Come, you all come. Manju is joining us. She does not speak English. She's still joining us. You are joining. Ashutosh is joining. Many others join from time to time. We have to rebuild. Let us understand one thing, that we have gone through a turmoil, a change. We have to rebuild ourselves. And when we say we, it means all. Doesn't matter if people join you from Nepal, from Pakistan, from Bangladesh, from Sri Lanka, from Hong Kong, from USA. What is the problem? Make yourself big. Don't think only of Kerala. Yes, you will do activities of Kerala, but let everybody come. If you do this just one thing, that in your weekly meetings of all the organisms, you invite everybody, you will see a big change for yourself and others. Then you will have a moral right to tell others what are you doing, and you will actually tell that without saying, because you are inviting everyone. I'm not saying that by not inviting you're making a mistake. What I'm saying is that if you invite everyone, you will enlarge the scope and the effect of the same activity. Same activity. We have to think very big. Silo said that whatever is small, it fails. Whatever is big, think big. You will grow. Don't think small, think big.
Okay, surely I will give this your recommendation to all of our members from Kerala to invite all the members of the humanist movement from India. Okay,
And I have
that
one
is a good
suggestion.
point.
I have one suggestion for all of us. Every organism should have one separate meeting, maybe once in 15 days or whatever, to discuss the organism, the ideology,
Yes.
the way of working, the next plan, the next activity, and invite everyone there. So let's have one meeting of every organism like this separately, other than the weekly meeting of the group and whatever. It's like India level meeting, or Asia level meeting, or world level meeting. What a world level meeting, huh? We don't put any level. Everybody is welcome. New people, old people, members, non-members, come and give us a suggestion on how the Humanist Party should grow. Let this meeting be for 1 hour, 2 hours. If people want to keep on talking blah 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 3 hours, doesn't matter. We make it for 1 hour, but let it go on if it goes on. You will see that the environment will get the signals and they will come back. Let us open ourselves with open heart to the world which is waiting for us. Is waiting for us. I am unable to do many things in Delhi primarily because of my health limitations. I am restricted in my driving, so I have to but still I am building up with the farmers and all. And this is a fantastic thing. A fantastic thing. Because let us not forget that they represent 65% of India. And today they are actually running the agenda of the government, you see. I mean,
Yes,
Modi
yes.
is first time in his career, he is shit scared of farmers. You know, in Haryana, no political leader of any party can hold any meeting without the agreement with the farmers. Nothing. They cannot land their helicopter, nothing. No way. They have done the same thing in Punjab. No opposition fellow is allowed. BJP is not allowed. And now they're saying in UP, if you don't do this, we will not allow you. And they're shit scared. This is what farmers have achieved in last 1.5 years. And by what? No threat, no violence, getting beaten. Farmers have been beaten in many ways. They have been
70,
restricted.
more than 700 people died.
700 people have died. But you go to their camp, they are happy, they are laughing. When you go there, okay, what will you have? Tea, coffee, cold drink, this, that, food. You get everything. And they are so happy as if they are living in their home. This is a big achievement that we must catalyze. We must make it grow. This is the real India. Let us catch it. Let us connect to it.
Yes, how it possible? Can you give suggestions?
Go to the farmers nearby, talk to them, connect with them, and bring them in the movement. Understand their issues and declare the Humanist Party, for example, that if Humanist Party comes to power, they will do this. And that plan is ready with Devendra Sharma. Take it from him. Sit down with him for 2 hours on video conference or whatever. I can make that happen. Take the plan and declare that as the plan of the Humanist Party. Very simple. We will declare this. We are 5 people across India. We are the Humanist Party and we will declare this. We will do this. They'll say, how you will do 5 people? Well, everybody will join us. What is the problem? And we don't want power. We will give power to the farmers. Make a complete declaration of the Humanist Party. Make a complete declaration. The problem is that we are sitting quiet, blaming each other in imagination or actual, waiting for each other to do something and not doing anything, and then doing very small local things. We have to become big. Let us remember, we are small, we are weak right now, but we are the only moral political party across the world. Only one. We are the only morally true organization in the world. We are the only selfless organization in the world. How many people in the humanist movement in last 40, 50 years have become rich because of the movement? How many? Who has earned money from the movement or party or community or whatever? No one. Everybody has contributed. It's the only organization in the world which is truly selfless. Each one of you, each one of us has contributed time, ideas, money, work, abilities, everything. We have only given, we are givers. We are the only givers organization in the world, selfless givers. Come on, let us respect it. We have to first respect it and make it known. That is crucial for us. Very crucial for us. Let us leave the small things out. Why so and so? Why this? Why that? Let's open our weekly meetings to everyone. What is the problem? We will gain exposure, knowledge. See, today Kerala is doing very good things. Everybody knows that they are doing very good things, but they don't know how they are doing it. So show your examples to people. Invite them. Tell them this is our meeting of community. All are welcome. Put it in the community group. This is the meeting of Humanist Party. All are welcome. You do your meeting in Malayalam. Don't worry about translation. They will find a way to understand you. If they are very keen, they'll request, hey, please do some translation. Say, okay, we will do it. If we cannot do it, okay, you listen to us. Later on, we will give a summary. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Ashutosh is doing something about the Humanist Party every week in Pune. Open it to the world. What do you lose? Nothing. You will gain. People will give you many ideas. Listen, whatever you can do, you do. Whatever you cannot do, forget it. What is the problem? Nobody is forcing you, hey, you have to do this. But when you open it to the world, your own mind opens, your heart opens, so your actions will grow. I feel Humanist Party must connect with the farmers and declare itself to be the farmers' party. I mean, as the primary thing. Because farmers' issue cannot be solved through a manifesto. Farmers' issue is an issue of changing the complete development model. Till the time you have multinational corporations growing, farmers will not grow. So these are two opposite things. You cannot have day and night at the same time. So the whole economy for farmers, for poor people, for middle class people, actually for the 99% of the people, can be successful by reversing the whole model, by changing the whole model. Because the whole money is being sucked. India is not a poor country, but poor are being looted. Even the rich are being looted. But the more rich you are, the less you are looted because you are looting others. You're getting your share. So all these schemes, this Shiri, that Shiri in different parts of the world, they're bullshit. And no use. It's only to tell people, don't worry, don't worry. You will get a house, you will get this. You know, we have, for example, this 3D printing technology. You can print homes for people. You can print homes. You can get a bungalow made, now it is called printed, in 7 days, cheaper than the current efforts. Why this is not done? Why this is not exposed? Because then people will gain. You can give decentralized solar power plants to everybody. Why you need a central grid to bring everything there, then to give from there? No, because you want to control people. Give decentralized solar plant to people. There is, for example, this one in Tamil Nadu, one house, one simple couple, a doctor, he's made a house, and not only he's making electricity from solar, he is making water from air for all his requirement. He does not need water connection of the corporation.
Where is
Why
this?
this is in somewhere in Tamil Nadu? You will get it on the internet. He is fulfilling his total water requirement from the air. He has no water connection from the corporation. Now, why such things are not popularized? Because then the government control will go away. So we have to, the Humanist Party has to work in such a way that there will be no government control. People will be actually independent. You don't need 20 gigawatt power stations. Why? You need small power stations for every village. At the most, you need one per village, not more. One per village, give it to everyone. That's all. It ends there. It produces there and ends there. Finish. Every village can have its own power plant. But then what will happen? The government will lose control. And when they lose control, they will not be able to loot you. This is what they don't want. So they will give a contract to Adani, who will put a 300 gigawatt power station. Then he will give that power to everybody at the same rate that you were getting earlier. Come on, 90% of our wealth is being looted. We have to get it back. We have to stop further loot. Okay, whatever they have taken, we say, you go. We pardon you, we forgive you. You take your money to Swiss bank and disappear. We will manage, we will grow. We have enough farmers to grow food for everyone, no problem. We have to stop poisoning our earth because we can grow naturally. We have to stop poisoning the body with medicines because we can keep ourselves healthy with natural food. See, the whole cycle changes. It's a different path of life. That is what humanist movement is about, and that is what we have to bring forward. Thank you for listening to me. Sorry, I've been talking too much.
How is your health? You said you have some driving restriction.
I had this sciatica pain, so after that I have problems. I have still
I
to
see.
recover
Okay.
completely. Yeah.
Okay. And you are not taking any allopathic medicine.
No,
Why is that so?
because I consider it poison,
Allopathic medicine is poison?
according to me.
No, that's not correct. That's not
Okay,
correct.
we can discuss it sometime.
Yeah.
And I'm getting
Every
cured by.
medi-
I'm
Ev-
getting cured
every
by
medicine
other.
is not. Even in Ayurveda and other homeopathy also there are poisons.
Yeah, poisons are everywhere. I'm talking of the mentality, poisonous
But
mentality.
even the biggest frauds are happening today in Ayurveda, not in allopathy.
Yeah, so I'm
Because
not going
Ayurveda is
after. I'm not going after the
unregulated.
branded people of Ayurveda.
all the fields.
Biggest frauds are in Ayurveda today.
I have a guy who is old-fashioned, 75-year-old, and
Yes,
he's treating me.
Lakshmanji. Sorry, Lakshmanji is saying something.
In India, we need only 250 type of allopathy medicines.
Right.
According to a study,
Right.
Dr. B. Iqbal from Kerala University, he was the vice chancellor of the university, and he was the president of Kerala Shastra Sahitya Parishad, and they made a research 20 years ago and published that we need only 250 type of medicine in India. But instead of that, 25,000 types of medicine are selling.
Yeah, because there are more than 1,000. There are more than 1,000 kinds of vitamin combinations. But you know, Bangladesh has got a law that you cannot sell branded medicine there. You can sell only generic.
Generic.
Only generic.
Yes.
And generic medicines are less than 200.
Right.
Yes.
So why India cannot do it? That should be the demand of Humanist Party.
Right.
Yeah.
And today the generic medicine is 50% at 50% price of the branded medicine. That is the difference today.
Yes. It can actually be cheaper.
Yes.
So I believe in that generic medical system and I am following that.
No, but it is not even helping you, no, completely.
No, it is helping me. It is helping me. It is helping a lot.
Okay. But I think allopathic medicine it has the advantage. There are many disadvantages, but we must also look at the advantages of allopathic medicine.
Yeah, under the pressure of my family and friends, I tried and I went to the so-called best surgeon for this path, and it did not work. I'm not meant for them. That is also a problem. वो मेरे को shoot नहीं करता है. Shoot, I mean shoot. Not suit.
They cannot shoot you.
Yeah. So I think we have to think differently and do things. And I want to tell you that if we try to work on the World Humanist Forum a little, we will grow very big very soon. Because instead of inviting individual members, you are inviting organizations and then connecting to all their members.
Right.
Now imagine this campaign that you are doing in the name of Humanist Party. If there were 100 other organizations on the forum, they would have joined you straight away. So the scope of your campaign becomes much bigger. Much bigger.
Have you signed our Gandhi Museum petition, Sudhirji?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much. Manjuji,
I signed and confirmed.
Manjuji, have you signed our Gandhi Museum petition? Lakshmanji, you have signed?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet. Okay.
No.
It is under consideration.
Okay.
No, surely. For the last week, I was very busy.
No, it's
now
okay, no problem.
Now I am in Trivandrum. I
Okay.
came, for some personal needs.
Okay. And postcard?
Okay.
Postcard also you are sending?
Yeah, I cannot do, but one of my friend did because I am an employee.
Right.
I cannot. I cannot.
Right.
Yeah.
You can send it in some other name always.
Yes. Some other names. Okay.
You can say from N.M. Modi, Member of Parliament, New Delhi.
Yes.
You
Surely.
can write Prime Minister's name, no?
Okay.
From can be Prime Minister's name, to can be the Chief Justice of India.
Yeah, that is. Ashdorji, I
Yes.
think we can consider the recommendation of the Sudhir. We can invite all our members to join the HP meeting.
Yes, we can do that. We can do
We
that.
can do that. Next
We
day
are here in
onwards.
Tomorrow let us put
You-
it. Tomorrow
All
let
of
us put it
you.
in our core committee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can invite all the groups. All the
We
groups.
can. Yes.
Yeah. No
Let
problem.
every
Somebody will
group
join.
invite
Somebody.
everyone there, no? Because virtual meeting, what is the problem?
Yes, yes, surely. That's a good idea. We will do tomorrow onwards. Next
Tomorrow we'll
meeting
do
onwards.
that.
So
Yes.
also
Yeah.
at the end of the meeting or in the beginning of the meeting, do that 1 minute asking. Makes a big difference.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
1 minute asking is very useful, very powerful.
Yes. Very true.
Yes.
So let us do that today, and as we come to the end of the meeting, no, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah. Why not? I will just now share it with you and we will do it. I do in English or Hindi?
Hindi.
Hindi. Okay. अपनी आंखें बंद कर लें और एक हाथ दिल पे रखें। गहरी सांस लेते हुए ये कल्पना करें कि ये हवा आपके दिल में ले जा रहे हैं। अपने हाथ के दबाव से इस हवा को अपने दिल में जाते हुए महसूस करिए। गहरी सांस लीजिए अपने मुंह से और इस हवा को अपने दिल में जाते हुए महसूस करिए। फिर अपने और अपने सबसे प्रिय लोगों के लिए पूर्ण शक्ति के साथ विनती करें। विनती करें कि आपके लिए और आपके प्रियजनों के लिए सब कुछ अच्छा हो। पूरी दृढ़ता से, मजबूती से विनती करें कि जीवन में विरोधाभास लाने वाली हर एक चीज आपसे दूर रहे। अपने जीवन में एकता के लिए विनती करें। एकता यानी जब आपकी सोच, आपकी भावना और आपके कर्म एक दिशा में हो। इस संक्षिप्त प्रार्थना, संक्षिप्त विनती पर अधिक समय ना लगाएं, क्योंकि आपकी दिनचर्या में केवल पल भर का हस्तक्षेप पर्याप्त होगा। ये पल भर का हस्तक्षेप पर्याप्त होगा अपनी अंतःकरण की गहराइयों के उस संपर्क से आपकी भावनाओं और विचारों के स्पष्टीकरण के लिए। जब आप इस विनती को पूरा कर लें तो आंखें खोल के वापस हमारे साथ जुड़ सकते हैं। When you have completed the asking, you can join us back. This graphics is with you all. I will share it again today. From my personal experience, I can tell you that if we do this twice a day or more, it makes a difference in life. Big difference.
Thank you, Sudhir ji.
Always welcome, dear.
Peace, force, and joy to all.
Namaste Manju ji. Namaste
Peace, force, and
Lakshman
joy
ji.
to all of you.
Namaste
Namaste.
Sudhir ji.
शांति और आनंद
Peace, force
सभी के।
and joy.
Peace, force, and
तो
joy. to
अगले
all.
रविवार इसी टाइम इसी चैनल पे हमारी मुलाकात होगी। हम कोशिश करेंगे कि और लोग भी हमारे साथ जुड़ें। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद।
Okay, धन्यवाद.